Hi, I want to say good morning to you wherever you are. Good afternoon. I want to say good day, whether it is morning, noon, or night. I want to say good day to you. This recording is for those who are after the truth of life, the truth of existence, the reason why we're here, and what is happening, and the truth about what is happening, and truth about what is going to happen. This, the Holy Bible, this is the book that tells the truth. This is a book that reveals what is happening, what has happened, and what is going to happen. Yes, you have to read, you have to meditate, and you have to take time for the correct interpretation, the correct guidance to come from the Creator of your being, the true and living God who inspired other men to write this book right here. He inspired other men to write this book because he knew that there would become a day where it would be needed all across the world. And you have this opportunity to read it. You can read it online. You can read it in physical form, in an actual book, or you can read it digitally. It is a necessity for your life to read this book, to gain the understanding which is being conveyed in it. If you desire to live your life to the fullest, reading this book is essential. If you desire to live your life to the best of your potential, this book right here, this book right here. This book does it. It will tell you exactly what you ought to do. So, that's my little piece to start off with. This book tells the truth. This book tells the truth. Nothing else. If any other book leads you away from this book, those books are filled with lie, or even with a slight amount of lie. Because one thing I've learned through reading this book is that if you had a little bit of lie to an ocean of truth, that ocean then becomes a lie. Because lie corrupts like that. But if you have an ocean of lie with a little bit of truth, it is still lie. Lie has room for truth, but truth has no room for lie. Justice has no room for corruption. Righteousness has no room for unrighteousness. Purity has no room for impurity. And this book explains that. This book right here explains it. Yep. So I want you to take note of what is really going on around you and look into this book to understand why people do what they're doing, to understand how you ought to behave, conduct yourself when others are doing what they are doing. This is the most important book to read in your life. Don't forget that, and pursue reading it. A lot of people have read Harry Potter books and all the other classic books of literature and whatever else, but they have not read this through and through. A lot of people have found reading to be so beneficial to their life, but they have not read this. And this is the book. This is the book that should be read above every other book. This is the book that has more importance and has more impact and has more benefit to you, to me, certainly to me, than any other book. A lot of people have read different chronicles of books, different series of books, but they have not taken the time to read this because many of them believe that this book is not true. Let me tell you, this book is true. This book is the truest form of literature on the planet. The truest form of literature is in this book. You need wisdom to read this book. But then the creator who ordained this book to be written, you can ask him for it and he will give it to you. He will give you the wisdom to understand. He will give you the insight to go and seek and find materials that will give you clarity to this book. The lives of these people written in this book are real, just as how your life is real today. Their experiences are real. Their experiences, their testimonies of life. If you wrote a book today and said this is how life was in this day and age, and hundreds of years later people are reading it, you would not like them to say, oh, this couldn't have been so and that couldn't have been so, because you'd be like, this was my life, this is what I read, this is what I experienced, and I'm telling you, this is also the experience of men of God, men who were chosen by the Creator, God Almighty, to be compiled into a book. There's also many other testimonies of God in that has not been compiled in this book. But this is God's choosing of who He wanted to be compiled in this book. Trust me, even though there was someone who selected this, put this, let's put that. Yes, trust me, God works in ways like that. This is the most important book. Most important book to be read, to be discussed, to be researched. The information in this book is true. If you want to live forever, the Holy Grail, if you want to live in paradise, real paradise for all eternity, if you want to fulfill the purpose for which you were created, seek to read this book. Seek to know the ordaining authority of this book. The one who requested this book to be compiled. Seek to know the one who started every event in this book. and the one who will end every event in this book. This is Tariq signing off for today.